Disclaimer, this video is for entertainment purposes only. I am not a coach. I am not an expert in lifting or gaining strength in any means. Anything said in this video is purely for entertainment. Peace out. If I say anything stupid in this video, it's because it probably was something stupid to say, so don't take any of my advice or, ramblings about as professional help or anything. So just letting you know that out there. And just enjoy this beautiful lake. There's a lot of shit here. This bridge is kind of dilapidated, so I gotta get off this thing before it fucking collapses, as you can see. Anywho, this place is kind of tight, not gonna lie. I kind of choose a good neighborhood to live in Tampa. Got this nice ass lake. I was over there on the other side with the fucked up bridge. And here I am on this nice ass, what do you call it? Dock, I guess? Yeah. You can't really jump in or anything, but you get to hella fish out here. Get some beers, some brewskis, and chug. This guy know what's up, am I right? Get some brewskis. Hey everybody, Happy New Year. I guess it's Happy New Year's Eve, but hey, guess what? You made it through 2025. And regardless of who you are, regardless of who or what you went through this year, I am happy to say that it's over and here's to another new year. I do want to say, you worked your ass off. I worked my ass off. We worked our ass off this fucking year and it's over. I guess that's all I wanted to say for this introduction, but I think we did pretty good. Not gonna lie, whoever's watching this video, you did good, I did good. So let's celebrate a little. But let's head into this vlog. As you can see, I am totally clear of mind as I make this video. But let's start this vlog, shall we? I guess I'll start off with this vlog by saying deadlifts are so underrated in terms of an exercise. Oh, you'll hurt your back. Oh, your disc herniation. Shut the fuck up. Deadlifts are so good for you. They work your hamstrings, they work your glutes, they work your back, they work your core, they work your entire posterior chain, they work your lats, they make your wings look big as shit. Woo! Deadlifts are sick as hell. And I gotta say, do deadlifts regardless of what kind of variation of deadlift you do. Whether it's a barbell deadlift where you pick it up off the floor, powerlifting style, humping that shit. Whether it's RDLs, whether it's a trap bar deadlift, whether it's a deficit deadlift where you're doing fucking snatch grip with a big ass wingspan, pulling that shit with a big range of motion. Deadlifts are good as shit for your strength and your muscle growth. And a huge testosterone booster. I don't know if that's true or not, but damn, do I feel a big ass pump when I do any deadlift variation. But anywho, aside from the deadlift conversation, I also joined a new gym this year. That's right, I made the switch to from Crunch Fitness to Powerhouse Gym in Tampa. This is a very famous gym. Whole bunch of fucking top tier Division 1 athletes come to this gym. Fucking, I think Ronnie Coleman or what's his name? Rich Piana. He went to this fucking gym. Powerhouse Gym is the new gym I'm going to. My New Year's resolution is to go to a gym where people are stronger than me by fucking tons of strength. Like at Crunch Fitness, I would just go there, put on 225, and I was stronger than 90% of the population. What the fuck is that? Fucking first day I went to a Powerhouse Gym, I was only putting up 275 for reps on bench press. Motherfuckers next to me putting up 405 on bench press. Holy shit, this is a good gym. Needless to say, I will be posting a lot more fucking vlogs in this Powerhouse Gym. It's lit as shit. They have chest supported rows, they have pendulum squats, they have hack squats, they have side backs, dynamic path leg presses, they got powerlifting grade benches, they got, what else do they got? They got, shit, that's all I can think of. But they got some good shit. So I'm going to do a lot of vlogs here. But I will say, part of this video will be at Crunch because, Crunch is still pretty good for a commercial gym. Not going to lie. But for a lot of this video, it will be at Powerhouse. So you'll see some of that shit. But anywho, in the next couple clips, you're going to see me hit a 5-rep max on deadlifts. So this is something I haven't done in quite some time because the last time I hit a 5-rep max on deadlift was back in college where I was deadlifting a little bit less than, 500. My max was 455. And at the time, my 5-rep max was 365, which is kind of interesting because that's like a whole plate less than 455. If you think about it, that's 3 plates and a quarter versus 4 plates and a quarter. So I'm like, oh, that's a little interesting. So I want to test my 5-rep max as of recent. I haven't deadlifted in quite a while. I want to see how much I can do for 5 clean reps because if 5 reps of a certain weight translates to 90 plus pounds for a 1-rep max, that's crazy. And you'll see why I think so, because I did pretty decent on a 5-rep max on this set right here, and you'll see. Also, after I did the set of 5 reps for 425, I also tried some goofy ass shit called the Viltrumite deadlift. So the way you do it is that you put on a plate, 135, but the first plates have to be plates with holes that you can grab onto them, and then any subsequent weight that you add on top of it could be any kind of weight, so it doesn't matter. But the reason that you have those 2 first plates is that so you could grab onto those plates on the side instead of the barbell itself, and you pull that shit kind of like a very extended, very wide snatch grip deadlift. So you're like greatly improving the range of motion, and it feels very, very tough on the lats. So you really have to activate and engage your posterior chain up there to really do that Viltrumite deadlift. So not something serious to, max out on and practice over time, but just something just to have a little fun, So it looks like I was able to hit a 5 rep max of 425. And it was a moderately difficult set. Not gonna lie, I haven't deadlifted in quite some time. I was fresh off of taking a long ass break from lifting. So probably not my best work. I probably could have hit 5 reps of 435 or 440 or even 445 if I was like hyped up as shit from caffeine. So that might have been not my 5 rep max. But based on the calculation I did earlier in college, 365 for 5 reps means 455 for 1 rep. So what's my 1 rep max right now? So it looks like my deadlift currently is a clean 495 or 5 plates. So looks pretty good so far. And just so you know, I am currently 180 to 185, maybe closer to 185 pounds right now in body weight because, Christmas happened. I was eating a lot of food. So I did gain a little bit of lbs over the break. But nonetheless, I was still able to move 495 with pretty much relative ease. My form did not break down. I didn't make like the grunting sound as I usually do when I deadlift 455 or more. So definitely stronger this time with 5 plates on deadlifts. So that's a very good sign. If I was like not coked out, but like very caffeinated in terms of energy level, I could have maybe pulled 515, like 5 plates into town on each side with adequate okay-ish form. Like, that's a good sign. I'm making some progress because back then my previous max was 500 pounds for deadlift at 185 body weight. And that was like, iffy, super iffy form. But I was able to put that shit up clean with 495. So that's a very good sign that my recent cut and my current bulk is working. That is a good sign of progress, guys. The message I want to convey is that deadlift variations will help your core deadlift. And this is something I did very often just to increase my deadlift, just to be able to deadlift 405 for 8 to 10 reps with no problemo. To be able to deadlift 495 or 500 pounds on deadlift, no problemo. The key is to vary up your variations, because certain variations will challenge you, will force you to use your core, will force you to hinge properly, will force you to keep your back straight. These variations are key to making you perfect this movement and to also strengthen your posterior chain, necessary to build a bigger deadlift. So what do I mean by this? I mean dumbbell RDLs, especially in a gym with 125s like Crunch, or 200s like in a gym like Powerhouse Gym, or even something like barbell RDLs. I love barbell RDLs. They are so hard as balls. They will strengthen you to build a stronger deadlift with a conventional deadlift with a barbell. And I promise you, if you do conventional RDLs with a barbell, you will get so used to that movement, you will get stronger at hinging, and you will be better.
Friday. First Friday of 2026, and I'm feeling okay today in terms of energy, in terms of, well, I look like shit, but I feel pretty good. I think I'm going to try deadlifts today. We'll see how it goes. As you can see, this video is very heavy on deadlifts because it's something that I used to do a lot in college, but stopped doing it for a while to focus on squats. Squats went hella high, went up to 200 kilograms at one point. But I've been neglecting deadlifts. My max so far is 500. Let's see if I can get 510 or 515 today. Let's see. By the way, right now I weigh 186, but I just drink a lot of fluids. I drink a lot of coffee, a lot of water. So like if I woke up, I was probably like 184, 185. So let's see how much I can deadlift at that body weight. Bad news, bad news, bad news. I did not get 515 on deadlift. I gave it an honest try. 315 went up, easy as shit. 405 went up, easy as shit. 465, the last one I used before, 515, that was iffy. I shook a little bit on 465 on deadlift. But I was like, you know what? I could power through. I could hit 515, and I did not. It just goes to show you that it's not good to max out twice in a week, because it was like 4 days ago where I maxed out on deadlift. I went up to 5 plates, 495. That was easy. And I was like, oh, well, if the 495 went up easy, I could do 20 more pounds, okay? I could do 515. And that's a very caveman way of me to think that, oh, I'm stronger than I think I am. Yeah, this next week I'm going to take it easy. Maybe not even go up to like more than 405 on deadlift next week. I really need that little break just to humble myself and just work on my form a little bit more. And then 515 should be around the corner. Also, my fucking belt broke, so it looks like I'm just going to use like my core strength for the next time I deadlift or squat. So fuck me, right? Alright. I really don't want to eat all this shit. This doesn't like give it justice, but in this video, you will see this is 1.3 pounds of ground beef, 85% lean, and 2 servings of rice. This is a shitload of food. But as you can see, I failed 515 on deadlift like a little bitch. So I got to eat up. I got to get stronger. Let's see if we can get up to 188 in the next couple of weeks. Let's see how strong we get at 188. But I guess that does it for this video. Very deadlift focused, but I think it's a really cool exercise. I think it's a very underrated exercise. If you do it correctly, if you do it safely, if you do some kind of variation that aligns with your goals, I think the deadlift is a beautiful, beautiful lift. But yeah, keep on eating, keep on deadlifting.